Months, Thames Water has faced a sea of troubles.
Thames Water has apologised for these ongoing issues.
A poor record on leaks and on sewage contamination.
The company was fined more than £32 million.
We understand that our performance has not been good enough.
Now Britain's biggest water company could become the largest failure of privatisation. A standoff between the company and regulator Ofwat has seen shareholders pull the plug on a multi-billion-pound investment and the boss scrambling to reassure customers it can stay afloat.
We want to get to a business case that is in the best interests of customers. It is affordable for them, but it is also financeable for Thames Water and investable for our shareholders.
Thames's problem is it's drowning in debt that it's struggling to afford. More than £15 billion has been piled onto the regulated company since privatisation, some of it funding investment in infrastructure, while bills actually remained relatively low. But £7 billion has been paid out in dividends to shareholders, almost £3 billion of that to Australian bank Macquarie in the 2010s. Now, the current owners, including British and Canadian pension funds and sovereign wealth funds, haven't taken an external dividend since they took control in 2017, but they do want a return on their investment at some point, and that now depends on the outcome of negotiations with the regulator Ofwat. Thames says it needs to spend £20 billion upgrading pipes and sewers, and it wants even more money from the shareholders to pay for it. They had agreed to provide £3.75 billion, starting with £500 million this month, but only if Thames agreed concessions with Ofwat, including putting up bills by 40% and lower fines for sewage spills. So far, Ofwat has refused, leaving the company, in its own words, uninvestable. Now, Thames says it's got enough money to trade until next May, but if it can't agree a deal that's attractive to investors, it will fall into special administration, effectively nationalisation. Privately, ministers are preparing for this, but publicly, they're blaming the company.
Well, I think the leadership of Thames Water has been a disgrace. I think for years now, we've seen the customers of Thames Water taken advantage of. The answer is not to hit the consumers. The answer is for the management team to look to their own approach and ask themselves why they're in this difficult situation. And of course, the answer is because of serial mismanagement for which they must carry the can.
In Tooting, South London, residents would like the hole in the road fixed before they're asked to repair the finances.
Quite upset and annoyed, actually, yeah, because they don't seem to be providing a very good service at all at the moment.
For the amount that they're charging at the moment, I don't think that they should be putting it up, because it's what we're already paying for is supposed to be for the sewage and for cleaning and making sure that everything is okay.
Their shareholders are receiving dividends of ludicrous amounts of money. I don't really see what extra service we're getting for this 40% rise.
The next few months will determine whether Thames and the privatised water model is beyond repair.